This is not right. This is not good, man. What up, world? It's your boy Chuck Wick, Ills, aka Charles Brown, back again with another Talking Facts. I normally say, "Are you good?" But I'm not even gonna say, "Are you good?" right now, because this ain't right. This is real messed up. I don't know what to say. I had trouble falling asleep last night because seriously, I can't understand what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I'm really, really not feeling great or good. It's been a bad day, a horrible day. We don't know. At least not yet. Everything will come out, but as of right now, we don't know. I want to send condolences to the family of Nipsey, the people that love him, the people that's certainly gonna miss him. I want to send condolences. This is this is a tragedy. This is a tragedy, bro. For real. It's a lot going on online right now. It's a lot going on online. It's a lot of people with a lot to say, a lot of conversation. And what we do, you know what I do, man. It is what it is. I talk about controversial topics. Controversial topics that some people may not want to talk about or maybe they feel strongly with. It look like it's a second, fellas. Ladies and gents. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. I think I'm plugged back in. All right, here we go. The bandwidth is going. Yo, I don't know, man. It seems like I got dropped. So let me start over, man. I just want to say condolences. This ain't right. This is a terrible day. I feel really, 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 really bad. I had trouble sleeping last night. Like I say, I'm falling asleep just thinking of that man getting shot, Nipsey Hussle. I'm just seeing this man last breath. I'm seeing this. Some fool shoots this man for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Some dummy decides for whatever reason he want to shoot this man. One man versus another man for whatever reason. Whatever reason you think it is. And we're going to talk about all that. Talking facts, man. This is what I do. I talk about controversial issues. Some people feel strongly one way. Some people feel strongly about the other way. I just want to send condolences to Nipsey Hussle's family and the people that love him. I don't understand this. This is a heartbreaker. This guy was doing so much for the community. I really don't get this, how we do this year in, year out for some dumbass reason. Everybody that's on the streets knows these reasons. I know these reasons. I was out there. I know when stuff jump off, it ain't no rhyme or reason, but it's a lot of ego involved. It's usually a lot of nonsense leading up to it, or sometimes it's just random. Something just pop off out of nowhere, and it's into that, and somebody gone. But this man wasn't no ordinary man. There ain't a lot of dudes doing what this dude was doing for the community, for the hood. It make you feel like you can't go back to your hood when you make it. It make it feel like you can't try to return the favor of the blessing you got. It make it feel like once you go back there too many times, you're going to run into somebody stupid and they going to do something to you. They're going to rob you. They're going to strip you down. It's the rules out here. It's wolves, bro. And at some point, they don't care about none of that. It's a fact. That is a fact. Sometimes these dudes out here don't care about none of that. What you're doing for the community. These dudes will run up in the church and rob it, bro. You got to understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with extreme ignorance, extreme poverty, extreme hunger. You're dealing with a different animal. You're dealing with something that if you ain't out on these streets, you don't know what it is. You could say one thing, this dude ego on the line, he coming back busting. And it is what it is. And anybody out there that's really, really out there like Nipsey, they accept that. Crazy as it sound, anybody out there going to accept that. Because that's the life that you choose when you choose that life. Now, Nipsey has turned his life around. Apparently, he wasn't out there no more like that. He was trying to change it for everybody. The police out there say he was supposed to meet with them today about trying to find ways to end gang violence. Anybody that's real, any real dude from the hood, especially if you made it over past 30, you're trying to stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Only a dummy is going to glorify street violence. Only a dummy's going to be talking about robbing and killing black people at the age of 30 or more. If you're doing that, something's wrong with you. If you're glorifying that, or you're going on Instagram, egging on other black men, egging on other black women, when I see you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you over 30, there is a wire loose, bro. It is a fact. Everyone knows you. Yes, you live like that. When you're born into that community, yes, you're gonna live like that. You're gonna have certain things that you're raised to believe, and it's certain things that, like your rep, your status in the hood, how good you are out there. I mean, mad times I didn't have to have a weapon on me because my rep was good out here in any city. So my rep was good, so I didn't need to carry weapons. A lot of dudes need that because they rep ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? So my whole point is, I understand what's out here. I understand what the game is about. I understand that it's all about maintaining your image, maintaining your respect level, maintaining your G card and all that and this and that and the third. I understand that. But at some point, where do we evolve? Where do we get beyond this petty, chest bumping, dick measuring contest that we continue to go down this road? Every year someone is killed, whether they rapping or not. Someone is killed in senseless violence. And when you ask why, it's 9 times out of 10 when that gun came out and a dude got shot, it usually was something stupid. They was in the club and he bumped me, or we was walking down the street and he stepped on my shoe, or these dude cut me off in traffic, or whatever. He was a bully in school. Stupid shit. Stupid shit, bro. He was banging his girl, and then his girl was banging his man, and all that stupid shit. Many dudes, I want to say, well over 50% of the gun violence is a dude over a chick. I'm not gonna say it's a fact, but I feel like that is real. A lot of these things be over females. A lot. Way more than you might know. Peel back the layers to half these beef, there's a female in the middle of it. But I digress. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're talking about Nipsey Hussle, and we're talking about, it's a lot of theories going around out here. It's a lot of talk, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people believe this, a lot of people believe that. It is what it is. And like I said, we touch controversial topics, so I'm going to touch this topic. First things first, when I'm reading online, it's 2 theories. One is that Nipsey should have never went back to the hood. He should have stayed at the hood because some gang-related stuff caught up with him, and that's what happened. And the other one is that it's a conspiracy with the government to stop him from spreading the message of Dr. Sebi. A self improvement guru. He is a doctor that says he can cure cancer, he can cure AIDS, HIV, all these diseases. He had living specimens that were cured of these diseases. They were clinically diagnosed with these diseases, and then clinically diagnosed that the diseases were gone. The state tried to take him to court. They tried to lock him up, saying he was a false doctor. He was falsely perpetuating that he was a medical professional, but he was not, which is a crime. I don't know if y'all remember the little boy who was like 17, 18, pretending to be a doctor. He had the lab coat and everything. He had an office and everything. The little boy down, I think it was either Florida or Texas or some little black boy. Everybody was like, oh my God, he's so smart. Not come to find out he didn't never go to school for doctors, nothing, never. He wasn't a doctor at all. He just was pretending to be a doctor. And he got so good at it, grown people was believing that this kid went to college, graduated early, and was a doctor. And he did it more than once, and they caught him more than once. And the kid ended up finally having I think he did a little bit of time for it. So pretending to be a doctor is a big, serious deal because you're dealing with people's lives. You're writing scripts. You are giving advice. You are giving medical advice. You are giving, in some cases, you're giving diet plans. In some cases, you're telling people to don't do this and do that. And that, what you're telling them to do may not be what they're supposed to do, and they die or get worse at whatever they came in there to see you for. So it's very serious that a person that says they are a doctor, have a degree, a master's or something, whatever it called, whatever you need to be a doctor, you need to have that. That's how the law is looking at it. It's a fact. So as the law went on, they decided that Dr. Sebi was not a practicing doctor, which I believe he said himself he's not a doctor. I believe he said that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he knew the ways of the herbs, the body, the human structure of what we're made of. And he took that and, he called it electricity, and he took that and built on it and saying you can only put in the human body what's already in it. It can't ingest something that's not already composed in the body. Like it can't, in Dr. Sebi, from what I got, you can't ingest a baby cow and expect a baby cow to physically adapt to your body and give you any type of nutritional value. So he's basically, the whole bottom line of his thing, from what I'm gathering, from what I've been seeing, a lot of it is healthy eating. A lot of it is eating only certain foods, never touching others. Definitely no meat, no fish, no eggs, no milk. None of that. All of that stuff is out when it comes to this man's philosophy on what you're eating to save your life. He went to trial in 1985. He defended himself, and he won. They tried to lock this man up. He won. Somehow, some way, he died in his cell, and most of us believe that he was killed in that cell. That is a fact. A lot of people believe that this man died in that cell as a result of murder because the industry, whoever that is, the fat cats of the medical industry, let alone the meat industry and all that stuff like that there, they came along and was like, yeah, we're going to get this guy up out of here. He's doing too much. Because imagine, let's be honest. If you take away, if you get that word out there really, and we're going to talk about this, I'm going to come back to this, but I'm going to touch on it real quick. If you get that word out there that what you're eating is killing you, and you can cure cancer, you can cure AIDS with this way, that way, with certain herbs and all this mineral stuff that he was talking. And if you didn't have to go to the doctor, the cancer is a multi-billion-dollar business. They have gigantic facilities dedicated to nothing but cancer, multi-million-dollar facilities that are based upon you, your mom, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, your friend, your girlfriend, your wife, your grandmother, whoever, someone getting cancer, needing that service. They have several different services going on at one time just to treat your mom or whoever it is that got cancer. That is a fact. They make millions. These places have advertising on TV for you to come to get cancer treatment at their facility. Don't go to them, go to us. This is like Walmart versus Kmart versus Sears. These are big money makers, and they make mad dough for you to have cancer. It is a fact. It is a fact. So knowing that, it would seem that these big money makers do not want you to know that there are cures out there that will not lead to chemo or lead to you removing part of your body, your breasts, your intestines, your liver. Like, you won't have to remove things because of the cancer, because they can be cured with the herbs or whatever type of potion, not a potion, but whatever Dr. Sebi has mastered, his craft, his alchemy, whatever he's put together that's chemical free, that is natural, that will heal your body. You can go get a $4 herb. You feel what I'm saying? $4 herb or whatever he's using, which I truly, truly believe, this is my personal opinion, I believe the cure to everything is in plants and things that grow from. I believe God gave us a cure for everything. Everything is already here. You just got to find which concoction will cure it. That's just my opinion. I never have ever believed that the only way to do things is modern medicine. Modern medicine is a gift as well because it's saving lives, but that is not the only way that you can heal a human body. And a human body is made of electricity. It's made of energy. It's made of energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. Energy can only be reassigned. So when energy goes from one place, it does not dissolve. It moves to another place and becomes something else. So you need energy to be a certain way to give your body what it needs to complete the journey that you're trying to go on. And when you pass away, all your energy does is go to a different place and starts all over. Right? So that if you believe that, then you understand it is very important to be connected with your energy and understand what makes your energy what it is. And what you put in your body will affect your energy. It is a fact. So by you knowing what goes in your body, you have to understand that if you learn better ways to take care of your body, you will not have cancer. You will not have diabetes. You will not have a heart attack. You will not have high blood pressure. You will not have all these different ailments that take over the inner workings of your body. Many and almost all of them come from certain ways of diet that you eat. It is a fact. No one can debate that what you put in your body can prolong your life or shorten your life. It is a fact. It is a fact. Now, with that being said, as we know, you can only put in certain things in your body. People put junk in their body all the time. We all do it. I do it. You do it. We put ice cream sundaes and ice cream sandwiches, French fries, potato chips, Cheez-Its, cheese puffs, honey buns, cupcakes, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. We put all this in our body. We shoot it in our veins. Like junkies, sugar junkies, grease junkies, salt junkies. We are oil junkies. We are junkies for meat, for ribs, barbecue, ketchup, all this good. I know I'm making you hungry, but this is life, bro. We love it. We have a cookout. What's the first thing? If you went to a cookout and they ain't had no meat on the grill, you would leave. You'd be like, y'all ain't cooking? Facts. It is a fact. So, with that being said, we all have these tendencies to latch on to things that are not good for us. Terrible, terrible things that make our bodies horrifically sick. Dr. Sebi had an answer for that. They took him to trial. He won a trial without a lawyer. He defended himself. You know why he won? Because he he had he says he needed 13 or 14 patients that were free and clear, that were diagnosed with these diseases, that were free and clear, to prove that he wasn't a charlatan. He said he had 77 people show up. It's a fact. Go look it up. He said he had 77 people show up. You're a judge. You see this man telling you, he's schooling the judge on this stuff. You see this man coming with all these people that are diagnosed with cancer of this, cancer of that, HIV, AIDS, and you see that they now are diagnosed as completely cured. How you gonna lock them up? How you gonna lock them up? He said they should have come for him because it sounds crazy, but he was right. He did what he did, and people learned. They listened to him, and he cured them. It is a fact. It is a fact. So with that being said, so now this man he died allegedly murder is as conspiracy theories go, and he was his work was I'm gonna say set back to a degree, but his message is mad videos still out there. Is mad books and things of that nature on this guy. I followed the man on Instagram. I barely knew who he was. I followed him about 2 years ago. I think it was. I barely knew who he was. I just was like, who? Why do you keep talking about Dr. Sebi? All this, da da da. I don't even believe. I think I only followed him a little while before. When I followed him, he had just died or was about to something like that. I don't remember. All I know was this guy was becoming very renowned for his knowledge of the subject. So, fast forward, we have Nipsey, who is almost a godsend to the community. This guy was buying back the whole block. He was giving people that had felonies, he was giving them jobs. He opened up his store right in the hood. We're going to talk about that in a minute, how I feel about that. He opened up his store right in the hood, right on Crenshaw. You remember Crenshaw? We've been hearing about Crenshaw since Boys in the Hood movie. A few fools on Crenshaw. We've been hearing about Crenshaw, ain't no joke, since Compton, straight out of Compton, all that, NWA, all that, on Crenshaw, Ice Cube, all that, Above the Law, all that good stuff like that. We've been hearing about Crenshaw, the Crenshaw Mafia, and all that stuff. We've been hearing about that since the 90s and 80s and 90s, since Colors came out, the movie. So we know that ain't no joke right there. That ain't nothing to play with. You're not going over there unless you really with all of the shits. You live there or you really with whatever you trying to be with. It is what it's just like certain spots in every major city. They're going to have that certain block that it is what it is. Like there's a Martin Luther King in every city. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. And you know not to go there incorrect. You got to go correct when you get over there. He put his business up over there. He set it up. He did a lot for the schools. He did a lot for the black students that was, needing a place to go. Just a bunch of charity work. He was, like I said, he was going to talk to the cops about trying to figure out how to end gang violence and things like that, which is what you should be doing as a grown man. You should be trying to end gang violence. But the sad part about it is, this is what's sad that bothers me with my people. When that person starts trying to end gang violence, you will have those few people who don't want it to end. And not only that, do they not want it to end, they think you're soft for trying to end it. And there's some people that don't have nothing else. They don't have anything else. So if you stop banging, what do they have? They big men when they banging, and then when it's not no more banging, it's not no more nothing that they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So why in the world would this guy ever want to stop banging? You got to understand what you're dealing with. It's not everybody not positive. It is a fact. Everybody's not positive. Everybody doesn't want this to be ending. Everybody doesn't want one red shoe, one blue shoe, all that. Everybody don't want that. It is a fact. A lot of these kids need knowledge, especially the younger ones. Gang mentality used to be one thing, and then it turned into this whole thing. It's like who the toughest, who could shoot the fast. That's not what it was about when it first started. It was protecting your side from their side. We joined together. They was protecting the communities, keeping a lot of them gangs started trying to just get the police off their ass. Because the police come through, bust in your head, and that's it. So a lot of that started trying to just keep the police off your ass. And it escalated, it evolved into, this guy from that side and that guy, whatever. It evolved into whatever. Fact. So once it evolved into this thing that we got with these different colors and all these different names, it became another animal. It became much more serious. And here we are to this day where when you inject money into that, like drug money or whatever kind of illicit activities that bring money, you inject a whole nother thing into it. It could bring peace to it because everybody could be like, look, we just want to make our money and that's it. Or it could be like, y'all taking our money, we need y'all from around here. It goes all kind of ways. So everybody don't want to hear what Nipsey's putting down. Everyone is not there yet. Everyone ain't as advanced. Everyone has not evolved. But what they should be thinking about, even at 19, even at 17, even at 21, they need guidance to say, bro, we killing each other and it doesn't mean anything. All it is someone else dying. And they put these guns in this hood just for that exact reason. You never made a gun. You don't know how to manufacture a gun. But yet it's 20 guns at any point that you can get. Ask yourself why. Why is there so many guns available here? Why do we have such access to these drugs and all this chaos and all these knives? And why do we have access to all this alcohol? Why do we have access to this? Why? Why is there so much in our hood? To the point we strung out or we winos in front of the store begging for quarters so we can go in there and get a taste. You understand? So you got to understand what you're dealing with. This is a systematic destruction of a people because they hate you. Whoever they is, they are the people who are putting this stuff here for you. That's not a conspiracy. That is a proven fact. You are at a disadvantage no matter what. If you're living in that situation, you are at a disadvantage by design. It is designed. You are redlined to be inside of a area where they automatically drop your housing value so you cannot sell that house. You cannot move from that house because you don't have money to move, and you can't go across the tracks because they raised that rent so high and they got to approve you that loan to get the house. You would never get over there. It is a fact. One or two might get over there and it'd be 98 still here. It is a fact. It is set up for you not to be able to make it. And with that mentality, what else do you have? You start to feel like you're worthless, and they show you on TV always doing criminal activity, always crime. You the damn burglar. You the dude shooting dice. You the damn dude that raped the girl. You know what I'm saying? You the one ran up in the store and shot Mr. Quiles. That's you all the time, every day, all day. You start to believe that. You start to believe that you're worthless. You start to believe that they better. And that's what Nipsey was trying to get you out of. He's trying to get these people head out of that. He was trying to get your mind, wrap your mind around some bigger stuff, buy some real estate. Don't let them let you do it. You have to do it yourself. A lot of times we get caught up in, oh man, they gonna give me this and that, or they gonna take away this and that. And when I say that, I'm talking about this conspiracy theory. So they say either it was I don't say young or whoever. It was somebody from the hood that shot this man into this life out of jealousy or anger or some type of old beef or what have you. Or it was a conspiracy theory. It was a military style assassination. 5 shots to the body, 1 to the head. That's a military assassination. Some people feel like they don't need no more proof. All they know is Dr. Sebi documentary. Nipsey was putting it out. That's the end of that. They killed him for that. He even said, if I get killed for this documentary, y'all better ride for me. So everybody has this thing going with this documentary, blah, 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 that it's whatever. A lot of people feel strongly. Some people feel like it ain't have nothing to do with the documentary. So let's examine this documentary. Let's talk about it and be real. Have an open mind, and please understand that this is not 100% one way it is or whatever. I'm just going to throw out some thoughts, and then we're going to take it from there. So I watch a lot of documentaries. I watch documentaries all the time, bro. I go on Netflix and I'll look through the documentaries. I just watched a documentary on flat earthers. I watched a documentary 2 years ago called What the Health. And I stopped eating meat after watching that. Facts. I think it was 1.5 years, 2 years ago almost. I watched What the Health and I stopped eating meat. The same stuff Dr. Sebi's talking about. I watched this show, a documentary. I stopped eating meat. Facts. I haven't eaten meat since. I am a pescatarian. I do still eat fish, but I just saw Dr. Sebi say, you ain't supposed to eat fish, so now I got to see what I'm going to do. But that's neither here nor there. So I watch documentaries. A lot of people don't. So what I'm saying, why I'm saying that? Because a documentary comes out every day. every day. It's a fact. So if all these documentaries coming out, why the world ain't changing? I'm gonna tell you why, because nobody's watching them. They some of the lowest rated shows on Netflix, documentaries, bro. They dumping out documentaries like they poker chips. They just dump them out on the table, whatever. Grab one. So why am I saying that? Why am I saying nobody's watching documentaries? The reason I'm saying that, and please, 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 I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. But what I'm saying is if you put out a documentary, it doesn't mean it's going to change anything. It is a fact. I couldn't even force people to watch What the Health. I watched What the Health, and I told at least 10, 15 people, they were like, I'm good. They don't want to know about it. They don't want to hear about nothing about no stop eating meat. They don't even want the thought in their head to know that meat is bad or good. They don't want to hear it. But Dr. Sebi says the same thing. That's what's going to be in the documentary. It's going to be almost a damn vegan documentary. That's what it's going to be. That's what people don't get. So what I'm saying is you can't even force these people to watch a documentary telling you you're killing yourself. So that's what his documentary is going to be. It's not just about curing cancer. It's about eating. It's about eating to cure the cancer. So basically, it is a health. It would be about your health. A lot of people don't even know who Dr. Sebi is, and they're saying that this guy was killed over Dr. Sebi. Let's process what we're saying. So why? He's going to make a documentary. The documentary would have came and went. Not one person would have changed their eating habit. I'm almost certain you would have caught a couple people. You wouldn't have got too many people to change their eating habits. They've been making these documentaries for 10 years about the food system, the food supply. Go back and watch Knives and Forks. Go watch Food Inc., all that stuff. Go watch Rotten. They have these documentaries all the time. Yes, the meat industry does not like them. They try to put out false information, and they fight like hell to rebut these videos. As soon as the video come out, they have a person coming to rebut the video. It is a fact. It is a fact. Go watch What the Health, and then go on YouTube and Google debunking What the Health. You're going to get 55 videos trying to tell you what the health is wrong. It is a fact. So why do I say that? Because we're trying to say, and I get it, I'm trying to be sensitive about this, but we're trying to say that this man was killed over a documentary. Black people especially don't even watch documentaries. It is a fact. If they did, these things would be the most watched things ever. They're not. They're not. Documentaries don't get all that love like that. So again, I'm asking you to just open up your mind. If we're going to say this guy was killed over a documentary, Dr. Sebi, I can see if nobody knew the information. All his stuff is out there already. It's on YouTube. All that stuff is out. So why all of a sudden everyone's going to care now about Dr. Sebi, other than this situation that we just are thrown into? If this situation we're not thrown into this situation, it would have been a documentary that came out. A couple people would have watched it. A couple people would have been like, oh man, that's crazy. You watched that yet? And that's it. Did you watch Who Killed Jam Master Jay documentary? Did you watch Sam Cooke's documentary? Did you watch the one about the murders in Atlanta? Like, did you watch documentaries for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you watch this stuff? You watch the one about Adnan? The serial one? Do you watch this stuff? Do you listen to podcasts? Are you that person? Like, let's be real. So when you people say, oh man, it's about the Dr. Sebi documentary, I understand your pain. You want to believe something and you want to say, oh, this is what it is, and I get it. And there was more to it than just a documentary. I understand that. These people want to shut you down when you start making noise, and they want to keep you quiet when you are too powerful. That is a fact. That is a fact. When you start getting too powerful, they will come for you. It is a fact. Tupac knows. You understand? You cannot be too powerful to these little kids. It is a fact. But with that being said, then they got to come for Kendrick then. You understand? They got to come for J. Cole then. It is a lot. It is a lot. This stuff has a lot, bro. And when I say it, so let me just say that. So I want to say the documentary, in my opinion, is just a documentary. We're giving this documentary way too much credit. We're giving this documentary way too much power. Nick Cannon just said he's going to put the documentary out. So we're going to see Nick Cannon dead at the Crenshaw Mall. Like, what's going on? Like, let's be realistic. I understand you want to believe, you want answers. We all want answers to what happened to this guy. We all want answers. But we're giving a Netflix documentary too much power, bro. Too much power. There's a guy working in the food and health industry. He's not in the industry. He's on the outside of it. He makes mad dough. This guy been doing this for 18 to 20 something years, telling people that the food we eat is complete garbage. You're going to die. And this guy, he wrote a book and everything. It's called How to Not Die. The book and the video, all that's out. He ain't changed the world. Nobody stopped what they're doing to listen to this man. He literally said medical doctors don't even know what they're doing. He said medical doctors do not even know the basic diet. They are not trained to know that. They don't train them. They don't train them the basic human diet. That's not part of their training. Their training is to cut you, prescribe you medicine, to tell you that you got high blood. They tell you stuff after it already happened. They don't have no training to prevent that stuff. They don't train them. They don't teach them preventative medicine. They don't teach them that because they don't need to prevent it. How can they make money if they prevent it? They need to treat it after you already got it. It is a fact. So, the reason that they are not trying to have this stuff come out is because they need it to stay the way it is. But at the end of the day, all of this stuff is out there. This stuff is already out there. Google it. Go on YouTube. Look up Dr. Sebi. Look up how to eat to live. Look up how not to die. Look up all that stuff. Look up what the hell. All that information's out there that you're dying from cancer. You're dying from eating meat and all this red stuff. It's already out there. So for them to go in Crenshaw and pay a black kid to shoot this guy 5 times and hit him in the head, it makes no sense. I'm going to be honest with you. I understand how you feel, and I get it. I understand. Trust me. I believe a lot of stuff. I want to believe this conspiracy. Just like when Bill Cosby, when he got the 40 women rape of accusations, they were saying, oh, they only coming after Cosby because he was going to buy NBC. If he was trying to buy NBC, he would have already bought it. They told Bill Cosby no a long time ago. You can't just do that shit because you want to. It's not about the money with that. You can't just buy that. It's a fact. You can't just buy that. I can hit the lottery tomorrow. I can't buy that shit. It don't work like that. They wasn't giving him that. He had no chance to get that in the first place. But if you let people tell it, he got set up because he was trying to buy NBC. Okay, that's fine. But NBC didn't. I mean, where are these 40 women coming from? You understand? Now, there are conspiracies. Sam Cooke is a conspiracy. You need to pay attention to that. He was teaching people in the music business how to not get jerked, how to stop giving up these horrible contracts, how to become independent. And Sam Cooke got taken out of here. The music business is run by mobsters. That is a fact. They behind the scenes. They ain't in the front. It's like the waste management. That's run. All that trash stuff. That stuff is run by mobsters. But that's on the low. I'll let you figure that out. So some of this stuff is real. Some of this conspiracy stuff is real. Real deal Holyfield. Some of it, yes, of course they don't want the Dr. Sebi documentary out. Of course that. But murder, bro, murder is a different animal. You got to get that guy in that place, shoot this guy and get him out. Or murder him when he come out. He can't live to tell that tale that he got paid. He can't live to tell that. And then if it's a young kid, what is it? He ain't gonna keep that secret. You saw the Tekashi shit. This guy gonna tell as soon as they catch him. So we gotta use plausible Logic. Now, the other thing that's just coming out that I just saw before I went live is that, now this is unconfirmed, I don't know, that it was some dude that he talked to that said that, well, he told the dude, a young dude just got out of jail. This is a theory. This was written on somebody's text or something like that, that he just got out of jail, and Nipsey was like, how you get out? How you get out so fast? Nah, don't be coming around me. You must be a rat or something to that effect. To that effect that you must be telling something to that effect, blah, blah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. The dude got his feelings hurt. He went, left, came back with a gun, and a female driver shot Nipsey and ran. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That sounds crazy, but it sounds more believable. It sounds more believable. Because he basically called a dude a snitch. If you say, you a rat, don't come around me, you're killing his rep out here. Now, what if he is a rat? He desperate now. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey had every right to tell him don't come around. If he a rat and he don't need to come around you. But he just got his feel. Now let's say this is true. He got his feel. That's a very serious statement. It's a very serious allegation. You know what I'm saying? And some dude's gonna take that very serious. That's just in my opinion. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Like I said, I'm in a daze. I'm really hurt that this happened to this guy. I don't like this. I don't like that we do this to each other. It really hurts me. It bothers me. I had trouble going to sleep last night. But a dude that gets random, makes a snap decision, comes back, shoot. This man, no one wants to shoot Nipsey Hussle. No one wants to do that. So what in my opinion, it had to be emotional. It had to be. Either a past beef with something happened and they just catching up with him, or whatever happened, it had to be emotional. I do not think this is a government hit because it's too obvious. It's too obvious. If you're going to tell me a man is going to get killed over a documentary, you're going to have to do a lot more. You're going to have to do a lot more to prove that he died over a documentary, because all the information is already out there that he's putting in a documentary. It's already out there. So you're telling me he got killed for putting all the information together and making it into a documentary? He ain't even the only one working. First of all, it's probably 20 people working on the documentary. It's a fact. Ain't no one he not sitting there editing this thing by himself and interviewing people and filming everything and cutting in and putting the lettering on and the title on. It's mad people working on this. So you killing him doesn't stop anything. It's a fact. It is a fact. If anything, it made it worse. If anything, it made it worse. Now people that did not even give two shits about Dr. Sebi are researching him. That makes it worse. It's called a martyr. If you kill him to stop that, you make it worse. It is a fact. You have to know that. If you kill him to stop him from doing a documentary, you make the documentary even more powerful. Because what's going to happen is everybody on social media, if you know that, then they know that everyone is waiting on this documentary because they think he might get killed for it. So then if you go and kill him, you just tripled the worth of the documentary. It's a fact. And that's why Nick Cannon is picking it up, because now this thing is fire. This thing is fire right now. And like I said, most people can't name 2 documentaries that they watched in their entire life. So the best thing they would do is to let the documentary come out and tank, and then no one cares after that. You have very few documentaries that blow up. The R. Kelly documentary was a special thing. That was a 6-part series on a cable channel that's designed for women to watch that channel. It was hyped up before it ever even dropped, and it's about R. Kelly. That ain't the same as a documentary on eating healthy carrots and vegetables. That's two different animals, bro. We need to be smart, man. We got to look at our own community and understand there's a problem. There is a problem. Conspiracy theories do not solve everything. There is a problem. There is guys running around jealous of other people. There are guys with fragile egos, and there are guys with guns. And that shit does not mix. That is a terrible combination. I know everyone wants to say it's this conspiracy. It's like I say, black people let white people give them everything and let them take everything. They gave you this and that, and now they took it all away with it because it's dying. They can give you everything you get, and they can take it all away. They don't have this infinity. They don't have this infinite power, bro. It's not that deep, bro. You have to understand, when you have 9 times out of 10, a conspiracy is plain as day. It's plain as day. It has to make sense. The conspiracy has to make sense. All of it has to come together and make sense. The end of this conspiracy is they kill him so the documentary don't come out. That is your end of the story. That does not make sense because the information is already out there. So at that point, it's like, all right, the Mueller report, that's not out. You understand? That's not out. That whole report, that's not out. Now, if I snatch that, run down the street with it, I'm going to get shot. If I run up in there and snatch that whole report, start running down toward Southeast DC with the report in my hand, I'm going to get hit 50 times before I get down the street. It's not going to be an arrest. They're going to hit me. Pop, pop, pop. Because they don't want that out. The Dr. Sebi stuff already out. Do a Google research. Do a YouTube research. It's already out. So we have to understand, if we're going to murder a man to keep information that's already out from being put into a documentary form, it does not make sense. I'm sorry. So we have to be more plausible. This guy is in a gang-related neighborhood with jealous people. Yes, everybody loved them, but it's always that one person. It only takes one person. Everybody loved XXX down in Florida. Everybody loved him for the most part. I ain't hear about him getting a lot beat up and all that down there after he got famous and was doing all the charity and all that. But yeah, these dudes saw him. That was food. He was food. He in there with no security. He's food at a motorcycle shop. That's food. Ain't no conspiracy. People saying, oh man, he was getting too powerful, da da da. Bruh, it is what it is. Sometimes it was just somebody that was jealous, envious. When Jam Master Jay died, it was a lot of people, it was a conspiracy of this and that and the third. End of the day, somebody shot him that he knew. Over money. I'm 100% sure. It has something to do with money. Wasn't no government, nothing. It was money. So we need to understand our community is driven by a certain thing. Once we look at the facts of the case, once everything starts to come out, it's going to all make sense. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. When you got A, B, and C, D, you put it all together, it has to make sense. It is what it is. So once we understand, in my opinion, that if you're going to tell me that this man was killed so a documentary doesn't come out, which is going to come out anyway, it does not make any sense. I am sorry that I have to say it this way, but that's what it is. It does not make any sense. I know we want to believe that. We want to understand. We want to say that there's no one in this hood ever that would ever shoot this guy because everybody loved him. We want to believe that. We want to believe that. but it's not reality. A dude getting mad or a dude with some money on the line is a dangerous dude. If he has a weapon, he has a gun, he might throw all of that out the window. He might throw it all out the window. He don't care that this guy's famous and rich and got a wife and got kids and all. He don't care. You have offended me. I am upset. I am going to my car and come. How many times, if you in the hood, how many times somebody went to a car and came back and started shooting? Oh wait, you could tell me. You tell me how many times you've seen it or heard it. That somebody got mad about something. They went to a car, came back shooting. Happens every day. It happens every day. So I am I am really torn up that they did this to this man. It's not right. It's very foul. It hurts. It's sad. We need to pick up the pieces and do everything this man was doing. All of it. We need to triple times 10. All of us need to pick up the weight. I need to pick it up. You need to pick it up. We need to pick it up for this community, for these black kids, so they don't come out like this and be thinking that they can go get a gun because somebody said something to them. It's a fact. We need to change this narrative. We've been trying to change it since self-destruction, all these songs and all this talk about da da da, and yet every year somebody's son gets killed. Every year. It does not stop. It is a fact. It's whack. We got to do away with this bullshit. So what I'm going to say, and this is it, I'm going to wrap it up. I do not think the government killed Nipsey Hussle. Is it possible? Everything's possible. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. But sometimes it was just some random person that got mad and they did something. It ain't always this big giant picture. So on that note, I'm going to dip. Like Drake say, dip from my live act. I'm out. I appreciate y'all watching, man. We got a lot more going on with this story. I'm so sad for Lauren London. I got a lot of tears for these people. I prayed for this man before he was pronounced dead, and I prayed for him after. We got to do better, man. Thank you for watching. My name is Chuck Wick, Ills, a.k.a. Challz Brown. Peace out. I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man.